Good morning. I am sitting in my beanbag chair here about to start my day, and over here in front of me you can see the sun is rising. I'm gonna clean the lens off here. That always happens, you know. You gotta clean off the lens a little bit so you get a crisper view of that beautiful. The sun is rising and I'm having my coffee, and this is kind of how it goes. A lot of people in my life, nights tend to go on till 10:30, 11 at night, sometimes longer. So there's a lot to talk about, and I don't do a lot of videos because doing videos is like, I don't know, maybe there's something to that old school way of talking about video, and like it takes away a piece of your soul, because a lot goes into a video. You put it out there, and then there's a lot of jibber jabber about what you said, and it's good. But this morning I'm just using this video as a posting mile mark in the journey. Got a lot of things that have happened in the last few weeks, last 5 or so weeks since I got back from Texas. And I'll just start. The Never Was video has dropped on Friday the 13th, just a few days ago. Today is the 16th. And I can't express how good it is. It's good. It's like medicine. It's yeah, it's super good. Maybe it's because I'm in it that I'm particularly pleased by it, but it's entitled "Can You Spare Some Cutter, Me Brother?" That's the title. It's a quote from A Clockwork Orange, and I'm telling you, man, that the Never Was approach to pretty much everything that they're doing is, and just go soak it in. It's a really good approach to skateboarding. I think the perspective that, especially the editor-in-chief, Brian Charsky, man at the helm, the folks involved at Never Was just get it about what skateboarding is, and that's not a big deal. That's not a really complicated thing to get it about skateboarding. Skateboarding is really simple. It is the fun of rolling on a wooden toy. There are very few people who get sophisticated about skateboarding that I think do a good job. However, one of them this week, Kyle Duvall, put out a new article on the parkingblockdiaries.blogspot.com that I think you guys will like. It is an article about what's he yakking about? I read it this morning. I thought it was really good. I have a little ADD, and I do tend to skip paragraphs and stuff, but on this one I did not skip a lot, and I read. That's when you listen to me give a review on something, I'll let you know if I'm skipping pieces or if I'm reading deep. But I gave it more than a skim, and he was talking about skating with, he was talking about the skateboarding is kind of two things. There's your experience of it, and then there's other people's perception of it. So skateboarding is a personal experience, and skateboarding is a visual commodity. And he was, Kyle Duvall on the Parking Block Diaries was making a really good point about understanding that is the case, and I thought it was a good article. Bob Lofton over on I think it's Concrete Lunch. Bob Lofton on Concrete Lunch. You can find a link on Fickleboard's Facebook. Bob gave a review of his Fickle Classic deck, and in it I think Bob really expresses well what I've been shooting for with my concaves and with my laminate work. And I really appreciated Bob's articulation of what he was experiencing. It is exactly what I've been shooting for with all my mold work and like that. So I liked that. So that's so far we did three things. Three things is the Never Was video, Parking Block Diaries, and Concrete Lunch. Bob Lofton. The next one is that I did something that I haven't done with my friend David here, helping me with all my web stuff and art. New art director at Fickle Boards. Art direction was basically me running graphics that were hand done by dear friends, and I ran those graphics a really long time. And now my longtime friend David, who has a good understanding and love of skate culture, not a daily skateboarder, he's come in to my company and is bringing art direction, hand-drawn graphics, right straight to me here. He's my in-house guy, and we did the Pumpkin Creeper. He drew the Pumpkin Creeper, and we just ran a special graphic for Friday the 13th. Sold 13 of this special one-off graphic that's like not going to be run again, and they're numbered, and they sold out in 5 hours. And that was really cool because it paid the rent on our building, and we were able to make a good chunk of business out of that, and that sustains what we're doing and helps us to grow, to get that concave under more people. So I know what I'm doing over here. We're working on 2 more graphics that are in the pipeline, and we're playing with ideas on whether we're going to run limited edition graphics as stock or whether we're going to run limited edition graphics above stock, and how all that goes. But we're excited, and it really is nice. Thank you to everybody who ordered one. Thank you to David, my wonderful friend and artist, and thanks to all the people out there who are interested in what we're doing. I think that this will become the norm. I think that this is how you're going to buy skateboards in a few years, that you're going to be selecting from the makers out there. Frank Gardner, Checkin, Frank Purcelli, American Waste, Sam Cook, Life Skateboards. There are a lot of really great skateboard makers out there. Tim, Maximus Skateboards. I sometimes struggle with names and lists because of my personal brain issues, but that's Tim over at Maximus, and he's a good dude. Like that. So the next thing is PowerFlex wheels. Fickle Boards, you know, when you order a board from us, we have a little thing that when you order your board, you can click it to make it a complete. And up till now, we've used Bones wheels because I don't have a bad thing to say about Bones wheels. Bones have always been made in USA. They've been engineered with all the best stuff of skateboarding in mind. They were the first guys to come out with really abrasion-resistant wheels. And I remember using Bones in the early 2000s when they were still kind of yucky, and being interested in them. And I remember thinking they were kind of yucky. They didn't have a good aesthetic look to them. And I remember thinking that these wheels are not quite there yet. But I remember thinking I'm going to watch this company, and Bones took off with some really good wheels. They stay white. They're abrasion resistant. They're really, really good wheels. So we've been running Bones wheels forever, but I've become interested in PowerFlex wheels. So I am ordering up sets of PowerFlex to run. We're going to switch to PowerFlex for a minute because Jim Gray has done something very cool. I've never liked cord wheels because cord wheels separate. And I never liked the batch work. I used cord wheels in the late 80s. I had SS radials. My friends all tried them. They had an aluminum core, and the outside didn't come off the aluminum. That's not what happened with those. what happened with those is they had doughy spots. It was as if you ever eat brownies and they didn't mix the baking soda in quite right, or the baking powder, and you'd hit a patch of baking powder, and that's what the wheels were like. Wheel problems are a big deal. You really want your wheels to be good, because, man, if you're stranded out on a big street skate and you got 15 miles to finish and you got to tick because of a quality issue, it's one thing to have a flat spot. If you get a flat spot, you can relax and just do some shuffle slides. But if you got a bad wheel, you have a bad day. So anyway, I'm going to be trying out PowerFlex. I'm going to be putting them in because PowerFlex took the cord idea and put the softer portion inside the core of the wheel, the harder portion on the outside, and it changes that whole dynamic. And the way that they've flanged the wheel and the way that they've got the engineering done is all done in the United States, and it's extremely high character, high quality production. So I'm really pleased to be moving into PowerFlex wheels. We're going to be running those out as much as we can with our complete boards, and we invite your feedback. I'll be giving you mine as we go. And the last thing I want to cover today is bearings. I am having some serious problems with my bearings. I don't know what it is, but because I run a company and get to experiment with products at wholesale pricing, I have now used 2 sets of Bones Swiss ceramic wheels. Now, I am not a gap skater, not a rail gap guy. I am a low transition, small tranny, and maybe wallies, some ollies and wallies, and maybe some slappies. But I have wheel failures, or bearing failures going on with these Swiss ceramics. Out of 2 sets, that's 16 bearings, I've got 4 bearings that are just bad now. They're bad now. Can't lube them or clean them and get them right. They're just bad. Literally bad enough that it slows your board down. So perhaps there are no broken ball bearings. I haven't shattered any ball bearings, but maybe the races are not strong. Something's wrong here. I did notice one thing. I don't ride in the rain, but the parts inside my bearings are not stainless steel. So you got ceramic balls and non-stainless steel surfaces. That should be stainless inside, because bearings that last forever, ceramic bearings that last forever need very smooth surfaces. Otherwise, they'll grind the races away. But I'm not a scientist. All I know is 2 sets of $150 bearings. I didn't pay that, but you guys are going to pay $150 for a set of bearings, and I even maintain my bearings. They should last, but they're not lasting. I literally had 1 set on for about a month, and I will be testing out the warranty on those. I'll be sending them back and doing that. I want to let you guys know and just make this signpost in the road that that's going on. So I'll be reviewing PowerFlex as we go. Probably in the next couple of months, I'll come back and touch base with you guys about PowerFlex. I predict today that the reviews are going to be good. I predict that these wheels are going to be good. There might be some things about them that I like and don't like. I'll be pretty frank about that. But we're going to give these PowerFlex wheels a real go. So that's today's stuff. What did we cover? What did we talk about? We talked about the Never Was video, Never Was skateboarding. Also, I wanted to add to Never Was Stupid Fest. So now we got Stupid Fest next Columbus Day weekend, which is the October weekend. I'll be in Texas. I'm planning on riding my motorcycle out this spring, and this coming spring. That's next year. Next spring and next fall, I'll be in Austin, Texas. Turns out Texas is a real home for fickle boards. Then we covered Never Was, a great article on the Parking Block Diaries about the visual, the duality of experience in skateboarding. Bob Lofton doing a review on Concrete Lunch of our concave, and I really appreciated that. And then I know that I yacked on about how good Bones wheels are and how we look forward to trying Power Flex. There was something else in there. But this is a morning check-in video, about 12 minutes I think it is. And well, I'll be back at you with more. 15 minutes, wow. So there's that. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm gonna finish this cup of coffee. It's cold now, I'm gonna have to nuke it. And I'm going to maybe check in again today. Much peace be with you. I'll catch you soon.